Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to another reading with me, Good Night Stories. This evening we shall be reading Peter Rabbit, Friends Forever. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's begin our adventures. Map of my woods. This is a map of the woods where I live. You can see who else lives here too. It's in my dad's journal, which I always have with me. One spring evening, Peter, Lilly and Benjamin were hopping home with a stash of delicious, freshly picked dandelions. It was getting dark, and Peter kept stopping and scratching his head. I'm sure it's this way. Just round this corner. We're lost, he blurted out. But Lilly had an idea. Just in case, Pocket. Just in case, she said, whipping out a telescope. We can use the stars to guide us home. Wow, Lilly, said Benjamin. That's incredible. This way, said Lilly, hopping off with Benjamin behind her. I would have remembered the way home in the end, mumbled Peter, following them home. The next morning, Benjamin found Lilly examining a leaf. Can I see? He asked shyly. Will you teach me about the stars and leaves and things? Yes, let's go on a nature walk, Lilly smiled. You can borrow my magnifying glass. Benjamin was so happy he couldn't speak. Lilly and Benjamin were at the riverbank, magnifying minnows, when they heard a shout. There you are, called Peter, bounding at them. Let's go on an adventure. Actually, we're on a nature walk, said Benjamin. Do you want to come along? All right, said Peter slowly. Maybe we'll find an adventure on the way. But Lilly and Benjamin were having enough fun without an adventure. Why don't we tease the squirrels? Suggested Peter. Lilly, what's that butterfly called? Said Benjamin, ignoring Peter. Or we could steal strawberries from Mr. Toad, Peter continued. Shh, Peter, you're scaring the bugs, hushed Lilly. Peter rolled his eyes. I just wish this walk was more adventurous, he muttered. As they neared Mr. McGregor's garden, Peter started fidgeting until... Let's go on a radish raid, he cried. Maybe later, said Benjamin. Peter, come and look at the leaf Lilly has found. I think I'll just go on a radish raid by myself, Peter mumbled sadly. As he squeezed under the gate into Mr. McGregor's garden, Peter forgot all about the nature walk. He skirted round the edge of the garden and leapt over the cat. Tugging at some juicy radishes, he heard heavy footsteps running towards him. Mr. McGregor! Peter gasped. Quick as a flash, Peter darted through Mr. McGregor's legs and back through the gate. Phew! Safely out of Mr. McGregor's garden, Peter bit into a radish. Radishes just don't taste as good without friends to share them with, he sighed, watching Lilly and Benjamin chasing a butterfly. Suddenly, Peter stopped chomping. Oh no, he gasped. Lilly and Benjamin were running straight towards. Tommy Brock! Stop! Yelled Peter, leaping up, just as Lilly and Benjamin crashed straight into the snoring badger. Rabbits, spat Tommy Brock, shaking his head angrily. I'll teach you to wake me up. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Shouted Peter, launching himself between Tommy Brock and his terrified friends. Benjamin, Lilly, run! Grrr! I'll make you all in tut slippers, snarled Tommy Brock, swiping at Peter. The friends raced out of the woods, but Tommy Brock was very close behind them. Catch us if you can, shouted Peter, reaching into his satchel. Snack time, he yelled, throwing the last of Mr. McGregor's radishes into the lumbering badger's path. Eh, grunted Tommy Brock as he slipped on the radishes and fell. Crash! The bunnies quickly scurried away. Peter, you saved us, said Benjamin, as the bunnies stopped to catch their breath. But you've lost all your radishes. There were plenty more in Mr. McGregor's garden, Peter smiled. Radish raid, cheered Lilly and Benjamin. What about your nature walk? Asked Peter. The nature walk was lots of fun, said Lilly, but nothing beats an adventure with all your best friends. Lilly's just in case pocket. Lilly's pocket is full of useful and interesting things. Whenever we're in a tricky situation, Lilly is sure to find something in there to get us out of trouble. That's what friends are for. Though Peter didn't want to join in Lilly and Benjamin's game, he proved he was a true friend by helping them when they were in danger. Can you do something special for your friends? You could pick them a bunch of flowers or draw them a picture, share a favourite toy, give them a big hug, take them on an adventure. Then you can be best friends like Peter, Lilly and Benjamin. Well, boys and girls, what a fantastic adventure we had with Peter, Lilly and Benjamin. Thanks to Peter, the three friends managed to escape Tommy Brock. And remember, just because you and your friends don't want to play the same game all the time, doesn't mean you're no longer friends. Thank you for listening to me Good Night Stories. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Good night, sleep tight.